Is your money still safe in the bank? Huh? Let's find out. Join us in just a moment.
Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to the WorkHARDaholic Show. I am Shirley Crawford, your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, and today, there's a lot going on, right? I think especially as business owners, we feel it. There's so many things that are tugging and pulling and happening. So we want to make sure that you're getting the information that you need to be aware of what's happening that impacts and affects your business and your business leadership. Okay, so first things first, for those of you who might not be aware, the FDIC has changed their regulations on how much of your money they will insure, right? So we might go back and first say, do you all know what the FDIC stands for? It is the Federal Department of Investment, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. See, I had to get it right myself. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. It's an independent agency for the United States government, right? And so for those of you who are old enough to have seen It's a Wonderful Life, right? If you remember the bank run, there's so much, banking is so fascinating. Did you know that banks have to have a certain amount of liquid cash on hand at the close of business or they'll be shut down? Like there's so much regulation. But here's the thing, back to that whole story of the It's a Wonderful Life. The deal is that the federal government said that there wouldn't be any more bank runs, that they would personally insure your dollars in your bank account or that you host in a banking institution. So they're trying to get you away from hiding it in your mattress, right? And they want you to put it in the banks. And they're saying, hey, if you put up to, I'm going to tell you the dollar amount has changed, but if you put up to a dollar amount, then they will make sure that if anything happens like it did with SVB, back with the Silicon Valley Bank, right? Remember that failure? There were a lot of bank failures that were happening last year, and the government didn't bail them out of all of them, right? And so you go, well, what happens to your money? And when that was happening, I kept going, well, nothing should happen with your money, because if you are wise in your investments, you know that on average, if you have more than $250,000 in any type of category, that you should be breaking that up, right? And so I want to make this really simple. So if you have a checking and a savings account, and this is not just businesses, this is your personal dollars as well. If you have a checking and a savings account, they're considered one category. So if you have more than $250,000 in that one category, it's not insured. So if anything happens, the federal government will not come to your rescue. Anything above that limit is gone. Now, for a lot of you, $250,000 sounds like a lot. But if you've been with us for a while, we're trying to get you past that mark. So it's not that much, right? So first, I want to make sure you understand that a cap has been initiated, right? So right now, the current cap is now 1.25 million. But that's for everything. Anything you have in a banking institute, if it comes near that dollar amount, it's capped. It's no longer insured. The simple solution is to split up between banks. I'm not sure why that seems like rocket science, right? So it's a good time to look at your investments and realize that if you have this at this bank, take the part that's over that to the next bank. There are lots of banks out there, people. You want to make sure they're accredited so you can look that up. But outside of that, just split up your money. It does get complicated when you get into trust. Irrevocable, revocable, I would say revocable, but hey, that's when it gets to be an issue, because if you had a trust and it was a large dollar amount, and let's say you had 200, I don't want to play math today. Let's say you had 250, forget it. If you had a lump sum and there were 10 people receiving it and each one of them was getting 250,000, then each one of them was covered as a beneficiary and you didn't have to play which bank is your money at. But now you do. That unlimited balance at the top is now gone. It's history. So be aware of where you have your dollars. And let me quickly tell you some of the categories so you'll know to say, hey, I have money in this and that. Are they the same? Are they different categories? I'm going to quickly run through that, right? So the account ownership categories, according to the FDIC, are single accounts, joint accounts. So that means now, this is a beautiful thing. If you have a checking account for you, and then you have a checking account with you and your spouse, those are two different categories. So now you can maximize how much money you have in there that's covered and insured. Revocable trust accounts, irrevocable trust accounts, certain retirement accounts, employee benefit plan accounts, business organization accounts. Each business, if you have a separate LLC or whatever case, they're separate businesses, so they count separately. Government accounts, such as public unit accounts, mortgage servicing accounts for principal and interest, right? For those payments, accounts held by a depository institution as the trustee of an irrevocable trust. And if we're saying something you're like, I don't know what that is, it doesn't apply to you, but you might want to be looking into it, right? You should be looking into trust and wills and making sure that you have everything in place for your family. And so there's a whole conversation. We should probably have someone on to come on and talk about the benefits of a trust versus just leaving everything in your will, because there's a whole thing with probate, and like your family can be waiting for forever for the money from your will, where if it's in a trust, they can get it immediately. That's just one of the benefits. We might have someone come on and talk about that. If you want it, let us know. We'll do that. Annuity contract accounts, public bond accounts, custodian accounts for Native Americans, and accounts deposited by an IDI pursuant to the Bank Deposit Financial Assistance, and then anything from the program of the Department of Energy. Some of that won't apply to most of you all at all, but it's just good to know. All right. So that's what you need to know with regards to the different types of categories. And so if you have all your money and like all your eggs in one basket, and you're going, I worked really hard to get this $1 million because they told me I need to have $1 million to retire. For me, it's $1.5 million. And I put it all into my savings account. Well, one, that's not smart anyway, but keep in mind that it's no longer insured beyond the amount that I mentioned earlier. So people ask about, do you have to apply to get the insurance? Nope. The moment you put it into an accredited bank, it's insured automatically. And so then what happens if the bank fails, right? So what happened last year with all that? Any money that was insured was recuperated. Any money that was not insured was lost. That was just it. And you saw a lot of that last year. As I said, you don't have to apply for the insurance. It's automatically given to you. So I just need for everyone to, it's a great time. You know, we're about to wrap up on spring soon enough, but I guess we kind of just got into spring. But yeah, as far as I'm already into summer, but this is a great time to go back, review, revisit your finances. Where do you have your money? What accounts do you have it in? Who are your beneficiaries? Are you at the limit? Is it insured? Is it in a real bank? There's so many pseudo banks popping up. Is the one that you're participating in insured? All right. So come back. We have much more information to share with you, including some apps and ways for you to make money and a grant that's open right now. All right. We'll see you after this commercial break.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
At Richmond Dentistry for Children, Dr. Randy Adams and Dr. Brandon Allen are crazy about your kids and their teeth.
With compassionate care, our professional staff treats your kids like they were our own.
Call us today to make an appointment at 804-780-2888 or check us out on the web at richmonddentistryforchildren.com. Let Richmond Dentistry for Children take care of your kids' teeth today for a healthy tomorrow.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so we're all about helping you know exactly what you need to know so that you don't go to jail, but also making sure that you have access to information, education, resources, and money. Money, because we also know that almost 90% of all businesses fail because of a lack of liquid capital, because of a lack of money. So there's a money opportunity out there for you. I'm going to talk about two different things, but the first one I'm going to talk about is a new grant program called Comcast Rise. If you're in an area you're going, well, what is Comcast? Then this probably doesn't apply to you, because it is in an area where that Comcast is a local I say local, they're not local. Comcast is an actual national media company. And so I'm here in Richmond, Virginia. Comcast is one of our options for our cable, for those of you who are still connected. All right. And so they are providing a new grant that just became available as of May 1st, 2024. The application goes all the way through the end of the month, May 31st. And so if you're interested in applying, you need to be in these areas. So I want to tell you who's it for and what you get. That's always what I want to know. Like, is it for me? And what do I get? And how much work do I have to go through to do it? So first, the areas that they're highlighting on this round, they have had previous rounds. I believe since 2020, they've been doing this. So at this point, it's 2024. And they sound like they intend to keep doing it. And my understanding is also that the benefits have only gotten better over time. So if you are in Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Richmond, VA, or Southern Colorado, this current application cycle is for you. And so in order to apply, you have to be at least 18 years of age. You do not have to be a Comcast Effective or Xfinity customer to be eligible. All right. But you have to be 18. You have to be the primary decision maker, actively engaged in the day-to-day operations. You can't have more than 100 full-time or part-time employees. Frankly, if you have that many employees, you probably don't need this grant. All right. Business has to be revenue generating. So at least in the past 12 months. So if you're still at the negative, then this isn't quite for you. All right. You have to be located in one of the areas that I mentioned already, which is Atlanta, Houston, Jacksonville, Richmond, or Southern Colorado. And the business has to be independently owned. You can't be a franchise. So sorry, Subway people. All right. Employees and independent contractors, if you work for Comcast, Ernst & Young, Hello Alice, or LinkedIn, or any of their affiliates, subsidiaries, their parent companies, you are not eligible to enter to win, right? Because it just wouldn't be fair. You can't have any prior felonies, tax-related convictions or child support delinquency convictions. You see what they prioritize, right? You cannot currently be serving either in a full-time or part-time capacity as a federal, state, or local government or quasi-government official or employee. Got it? So that's who can apply. You got that information? Everybody got that? Okay. So now let me tell you what you're going to get, because that's really what's about, like, okay? So you're going to receive consultation. I don't know if they'll be as good as me, but you're going to get somebody, right? And they're going to assess your business, your technical planning. They're going to do business-to-business coaching and mentorship to help you grow the business. The second thing is they're going to provide you with educational resources, and they're going to tailor them to your individual business. So that's the part I do like, because a lot of times you go to these programs, it's very generic. And in this case, they're going to cater it to you. Okay. And then what we're all talking about, the money. Okay. There's an actual monetary grant of $5,000, and it's up to you. It's for you to use to invest and grow your business. And then the part that is really special to Comcast, right? This is their area of expertise. You will receive creative production and media. We are all about, we talk about all the time here how you have to have video, you have to have media presence. You should be running commercials on shows like the WorkHARDaholic Show. You should be out there where people can see you, because people forget. They're living their lives, they're doing their thing. If they're like I'm right now, I'm swamped all around with all the things that are happening. You're just not top of mind for a lot of people. So this is how you do it. You have your commercials. But some of you all don't have an Imagine Media Lab. You don't have a Christina. You don't have someone to do that for you. Although you could go on their websites and you could probably utilize someone like Imagine Media Lab or Christina as the way that I do. But if not, then that's part of what they're going to give you. They're going to do turnkey, which means it's going to be everything. The moment that it's done, they'll hand it over to you. It's ready to go. That's what turnkey means, right? To help you create a 30-second television commercial, and they're going to provide you with a media strategy consultation. And here's the thing that I really like, 180-day media placement schedule. So you all know that when we talk about your local cable channels, that they have lots of options. They can place you on at 2 a.m., 2 p.m., the whole nine, and they're actually going to provide you with a strategy of where they're going to place your ad to get you more visibility. All right. And as if that wasn't enough, wait, there's more. Okay. They're also going to give you the part that I would love to have, a technology makeover. So for those of us who are out here working with the 1980s, big computers and workspaces, and we don't know what half of our stuff is, and we know it should be more current, and we don't know what an M4 chip is, let alone an M1, and we have no idea what's going on, even though Apple is coming out with all their new stuff, we have no idea, then they're going to provide you with a technology makeover. And that's computer equipment, internet voice, and cybersecurity services for 12 months. All right. And that's really important. So that means they gave you money, and then they're going to save you money for at least a year of internet, voice, and cybersecurity services. And we know right now, if you all have been listening to the show, I was just talking about the hack that happened with United Health and all these attacks that have been happening. And so cybersecurity is a real issue. And your clients and customers want to know that they're safe working with you. And so this is a wonderful way to make that happen. So let me review once again what you get if you are one of the 1 million, right? And so I told you the requirements to be able to apply. The things you're going to receive are consultation, education resources, that $5,000 grant, creative production and media, that 30-second TV commercial, and a technology makeover. So if you are listening and you're like, or you're watching and you're like, oh my God, I want to know more, then you can go to ComcastRise.com/apply. And even if you don't have to apply, if you go to ComcastRise.com, you'll get all the information that you need in order to apply for that money. And we're all about it. Get the money, take the money, grow your business with what they're offering you. Okay. So that's it for the Comcast Rise. Once again, remember ComcastRise.com/apply, and let us know if you apply and if you're one of the winners. We'd love to support you. All right. So right now we're going to go for a commercial break. And when we get back, speaking of making money, I want to share with you all some information from NerdWallet about 7 best money making apps. See you in a moment.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Got a question about your small business? Trying to figure out what to do to start a business? Are you a C-suite executive trying to figure out some leadership tools and resources that you need? Well, we've got answers for you. Submit your questions, concerns, thoughts to admin@WorkHARDAholics.com. That's WorkHARDAholics.com. And you might hear your question, or at least the answer to it, on our next episode.
At Richmond Dentistry for Children, Dr. Randy Adams and Dr. Brandon Allen are crazy about your kids and their teeth.
With compassionate care, our professional staff treats your kids like they were our own.
Call us today to make an appointment at 804-780-2888 or check us out on the web at richmonddentistryforchildren.com. Let Richmond Dentistry for Children take care of your kids' teeth today for a healthy tomorrow.
In honor of the Women's Business Center RVA 5-year anniversary, the countdown is on. Ladies, it's time for the WBC RVA Toolkit. You don't want to miss it. It means every Thursday you co-work not for free, but it's included. So that's co-working every Thursday. Each month there's one seminar and one group coaching. So all day Thursday you can come hang out here at the Women's Business Center RVA, and it's just $25 a month. Tell them about it, Joanne.
Yes. And a couple of the topics that we will be talking about, discussing and reviewing and going through are starting a business the right way, because we do want to start off the right way. We're also going to talk about a business model canvas and how your company creates value for its customers. Also goal setting, which is very important. Finances, even developing your pitch, also social media distribution and content, and much, much more. So we are excited about seeing you there. So you can register today at WBCRVA.com.
Hello. Okay, so we've talked about a few other things that might cost you a little bit of money. Now I want to talk about 7 of the best apps for you to make money. So this list was shared by NerdWallet, and I wanted to share it with you. All right, so 7 of the best apps to make money. Now, pronunciation might be a question mark because I don't know. All right, but I'm going to start with Ibotta. Right? I bought a car, I bought a house, Ibotta, right? IBOTTA. And so on this site, this is you're rewarded for your payments, right? So it's a cashback program. So you buy it, you receive your money, you went off into one of their partner sites, you spend some money, you get money back. I mean, that's really the essence of it. So it's kind of like an online electronic version of that rewards card that you get. So like I went to one of my favorite little places last week, and I was so surprised because I was able to pay for my entire purchase with the rewards that I had on my card. That was a nice feeling, just so you know. All right. So that's Ibotta. And then the second one that we want to share is Rakuten. And so I love good media. I love good commercials. I love good marketing. And does anyone else remember all of the Rakuten? I know how to say that one because they had every commercial. And Rakuten actually paid people who could say the name correctly. Did anyone else remember that? It was an amazing marketing thing. I said, I wish it were me. They had these machines, and if you stood in front of it, if you said the name right, it actually opened up and gave you money. Talk about amazing marketing. Way to go, Rakuten. I will always know how to say it because of that. But they are also a cashback program. They also are a rewards program. And so this is all about getting paid to spend your money. And so here's the thing. If you're listening and going, well, why would they do that? Because they're saving in advertising dollars. They don't have to keep doing all these commercials. Like, they've done the work. So once they get you in, then you're going to be just like I was a second ago and tell someone else, oh my God, I got everything I put in my cart for free because it came from my rewards dollars. We make the best ambassadors, right? And so this saves them money in that way, especially like when Rakuten was first introduced. They did spend some dollars, but then everything else was word of mouth. All right. So your turn next. And then Swag Bucks it's also very similar. It's cashback. It's a rewards app. You earn points called SBs. You can go shopping online with those points that you get. And most of them pay you either PayPal, e-gift cards, shopping certificates, all those kind of options, right? Number 4. Now let's really talk about actual money making. Those are more money rewards that you receive for shopping that you're already doing, right? But if you're really looking to make money, the next 2 are ones that I have mentioned before, but I will mention again, and they were on the list. So Fiverr, Fiverr, all right? If you have any type of skill set, and I mean any, you can go onto Fiverr and set up an account and sell those services. And the thing that always amazes me is there's somebody who wants them. So you go, nobody cares if I can, do the alphabet backwards. Someone does. And they probably want you to make a voice recording of that for them that they can use on their next commercial or on their website or for their voicemail. Somebody wants what you're selling and what you have. It's now your time to put it out there and see how many people there are. It could be your next lifelong dream. Your business could be developed from something that you thought was some petty habit. So that's Fiverr. I also, on the other end of money making, for me, Fiverr is where I do money spending. I am one of those people, like sometimes I don't even know what I want. I just go out and look in the business category or in technology, and I see what people are offering. I'm like, oh, do I need that? That's me. So once you get on, it's a whole community, and it's all about gigs and freelancers. Okay? So that could be you. The one after that is Upwork. So 4 was Fiverr, 5 is Upwork. Here's the thing. They are very similar, but Upwork tends to be, I'd say, more upscale. So Fiverr by name means that your deals are going to start at $5. Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused. You will go in and buy something for $5, and there might be an upsell that'll lead you to $300, $400, $500 or more. So maybe you go and they say they're going to give you a $5 one page for your website. But if you want the whole site, it might cost you $300, $400, $500. And you get to see it all. There is nothing that happens that you don't see the transactions. All of the vendors are generally rated. So you can actually determine, ask what language they speak. So like I prefer people who are closer to native English speakers, all right? So that might be England, Canada, the US. Sometimes, because I know I can get a good deal, the Philippines is a really popping area right now. And so you can actually choose the country. You can choose to see what tier they're on, like the whole 9. And oftentimes, the work is guaranteed. So if you're not satisfied, you can actually comment back. And if it's not, you can still complain and get it taken care of. Okay. So number 6 is OfferUp. So when I was a kid, the idea was if you need money, have a yard sale. OfferUp is an online yard sale, except for the fact that you don't have to have a whole yard of items. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be a whole yard full, but that is the whole benefit of OfferUp, right? And so then once again, we upscale OfferUp to Poshmark, right? And it sounds posh because it is posh. So ladies who have your designer bags, for those of you who are looking to sell, it gears a lot towards clothing and accessories. So if designer bags are making a killing right now, there are others who have an entire industry and all they're doing is selling or reselling bags. Something that I learned the other day I thought was amazing. Did you know that bags can cost you a different price based on what country you're in? So there is a woman who has an entire company, and all she does is buy bags between Paris and the US, and she gets them from one and sells them in the other. And I was amazed to realize the exact same bag from the exact same designer, but it costs a significant amount different from one country to the next country. So she bought it in the inexpensive country and sold it in the country that it cost a lot more. Money made, cha-ching, and she is doing very well in her business. Okay, that is what we wanted to share with you all today. So hopefully you were able to, one, double check how your money, the safety of your money in your banks and how you're having it spread out. If you don't have it spread out, now is the time to do so. The second part of that, shared with you about the grant opportunity for Comcast Rise. Don't forget to go apply. And then to make sure that you're really making money, share with you 7 of the best apps for money making in 2024. All right, that's all that we have for today. As we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta.
Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.